What I'm looking at here, the brown is dock. Now it's at the end of its season, but if you get up close, you can see the little red seeds in it.
Oh yeah.
Now you can collect that, and if you want to, you can plant rows of dock in your garden.
You can also eat those seeds.
Yeah.
You can use them like a cereal if you cook them up. There's a
You
leaf.
put them in your soups as well.
Which that leaf is an edible leaf when it's...
There's a bigger leaf there on the ground.
And there's the seeds.
Right next to that, Tam, what do we got here? Tell them about this one.
That's the Broadleaf Plantain. They also call that one white man's foot. Kind of followed the European settlers across the United States. But I'll show you some better footage of them.
Of course, you know this one, John. This is
Dandelion.
Common dandelion. And of course, the root is good on this to make it coffee kind of substitute. This and chicory. Also a great wild edible. You can eat it raw. You can put it in stews, soups, whatever like that. And that's a dandelion.
I'll try a piece of that. A little on the bitter side.
Yeah. They taste better in spring when they're small.
They call them bitter greens.
This one is chicory. You can see the pretty purple flower. And what I need to do is try to go down onto the leaf. It's in the dandelion family as well. You can see the leaves there. And what I need to do is gather a whole bunch, dig really deep, and save the root. Then I can chop it up, put it in my dehydrator, and grind it for a coffee substitute.
John, see, the ground is real soft. See if you can pull that real gently right from the base and get the root out of that. If you do it right, you can get the base up. See the root on that? There you go. It's a good piece of root.
So you would just use a brush, like a vegetable brush, get rid of that peel and the dirt, then chop it up, and you can either do it in a long, slow oven, you know, with just the pilot light on or the lowest temperature, or do it in your dehydrator and then grind it up like you would coffee and make coffee with it.
Turn right around here. Alright, one thing you want to be careful of while you're out in the bush, this is a poison ivy. Okay, you can see the typical 3 leaves. Almost kind of wavy on the edge of the leaf, but it's got those small teeth up near the top end of the leaf. And of course the typical red stalk, leaves green and red. Poison ivy, leaves the 3, let it be unless you know what you're doing with thee.
But if you do come in contact with it, let's go walk over to Jewelweed. Okay, this is the Jewelweed. A couple years ago we made a video because our girls got into some poison ivy, and I took one of the plants, and well, actually did a couple, but they die really fast, and I put it in the ground and it just looked dead. But next spring we ended up with a bunch, and every year they just keep on spreading here.
John's putting it on his
crush.
He might have pushed poison ivy already.
That's it.
That's how you do her. Just crush
The
it
leaves
up.
and the stalk, and just rub it on you.
And typically around the bush area, especially near rivers, you'll find jewelweed growing next to poison ivy. Let me pick one of these leaves and show you something neat underwater with it, John. The way to identify it. Alright, John, here we are by the water with the swimming pool. And I want to put this underwater and show you. I hope they can see this on the camera. It almost glimmers underwater like silver and gold.
Yeah.
And that's...
oh, especially the bottom.
The bottom as well. And then when you take it out, the leaf is pretty well dry. Pretty interesting kind of leaf.
Oh, yeah.
And these will die real fast. Within a couple of minutes this will be dead. So you want to use it as soon as you touch it. It's in the Touch Me Not family, jewelweed. Alright, this one here, John, is called Peppergrass. And I'll pick a piece off of this. You can see the leaves are very small in this. They come off opposite on the stem. It has a cluster of what looks like little seed pods, which is what they are. And if you take one of those seed pods and put on the front of your tongue, you'll taste that tastes peppery.
Oh yeah.
It's a peppergrass and can be used as a spice in the bush as well.
When we were fishing, the only spice we had with us was peppergrass. So we cleaned out the fish, filled them up with peppergrass, and roasted them on the fire. It was really good.
Oh yeah, that tastes sort of like a hot pepper.
Yeah. All right, you asked the difference between the plantains. This is the ribwort. You see the long, long, slender leaves, almost they're more like grass.
Oh yes.
Then it puts up a long stalk with a very short seed head there on the top. This is the one I prefer to use for cuts and burns. Amazing how fast you get healing.
Oh wow.
And then I'm going to show you the other one, side by side with the seed head.
One right here.
Now this is the broadleaf.
All right.
Look at the difference of the stem that comes up with all the seeds.
Yeah, it's mostly seed.
Yeah. Well, you collect those seed heads, and if you heard of Medicinal, we'll just dry those in fall, pick them, and you can run your finger backward along the stalk, and it's an amazing source of fiber as well.
Oh, okay.
Now we showed you the brown stalk of dock before. You can see here the seeds. This is also in the dock family, but it's called sour dock. It's a much more bitter taste. We prefer the curly dock to eat.
Well, this is David Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire, and it's been my honor having SnaponJohn100, Brother John, here with us for the last couple days.
Oh, it's been my honor.
And we dragged him around and wore him out now on the property, showing him some different medicinal, edible, wild plants and different things that you can utilize in the bush. So we're going to go back up, get in the air conditioning, cool off a little bit. The humidity out here is probably about 3,000%. The temperature, as I said, is almost 90 degrees, so I think the heat index is around 102, 103 degrees today. Very, very warm. You can see we're perspiring freely. But thank you, Tam, for all the wisdom that you imparted on this video. Thank you, John, for being with us. What a blessing.
It was totally my pleasure.
What a blessing
to me.
Well, good. And until we see you again on another video, this is David Wendell.
And John Newton.
Blessings to you. Have a great day.
What happened to your face, Becca?
Rachel painted it with charcoal.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Were you guys trying to hide on Daddy?
What do you call that?
Face painting with charcoal.
What else do you call it?
Camouflage.
There you go. How come yours isn't done yet, Ray?
I'm about to do hers.
Okay.
You're not.
Have fun.
No, you're not.